पर्पल 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 इतना पर्पल यूज कर रहे हैं आजकल लोग. दिस वीडियो इज जस्ट टू क्रिएट अवेयरनेस अबाउट व्हाई you should avoid using more purple color tones in your house anywhere in your interiors. And honestly, I've seen so many cases because of this, that this video is just to create an awareness about क्यों नहीं यूज कर रहा है, what is the logical reason behind it, क्या cases मैंने देखे हैं to explain to you कि क्यों नहीं करना है, why is this such a big deal. If you love purple color and if you want to paint it in your entire house, please watch this before you take that decision. So let's first understand what is the purple color tone that I'm referring to here. Okay, so if you look at these colors here, I'm referring to any color which is towards a mauve tone, as light as this or as dark as this. So the purple color tones, or which you call mauve popularly, this is the color tone that we are essentially talking about here. Now, why is it, such a big deal? And how does really color make a difference as per Vastu? Like, ठीक है, toilet सही है, kitchen सही है, but how can color make such a big difference? Let's first try to understand that. Now, as per Vastu, just like any space, even as per Vastu, any space is made up of 5 elements. Okay, it's made up of 5 elements, which includes fire, water, earth, air, and space. Now, the thing is, depending on which direction you're using a particular color, accordingly, it is seen from an element theory whether it suits there or not. So, for example, your fire corner is around the southeast in your house. Now, if it is a fire corner and if you use color tones like red or tones of red, which could be rose gold, maroon, orange, any of these colors, then that could be beneficial for you. But at the same time, if it is a fire corner and if I use a watercolor over here, then from the basic logic, right, ki fire mein water ka color if you use, of course it's not going to work, right? As logical as that. So that is how the colors in Vastu would make an impact in your life. Now let's talk about the purple color tone. Ki is it that I can't use it in a particular direction, or is it something that I should not be using anywhere in my house? Now, unlike other colors, for example, blue, green, yellow, red, like these colors you can use in some areas you cannot do. Unlike these colors, purple is a color tone that's not going to work anywhere in your house. Now, let's try to understand logically why that could be the reason. See, the thing is, purple is made up of a mix of red and blue color tone. Okay, so which means essentially it's a mix of fire and water. Okay, so what happens is, because these are opposing elements, again, this is not something which is mentioned in any Vastu document, but this is something which is as per multiple researches done by Vastu consultants who've been practicing for a very long time, which is something that I have learned in theory and then I've seen a lot of cases of, and this is my logical understanding of why it might be impacting as much. So you see, purple is a mix of fire and water color, which is probably why it doesn't suit anywhere that you do, because it's a mix of anti-elements. So whenever you use it somewhere, it never gives you a good result. Now, let me share with you examples of exact case studies that I've seen where people have seen extreme results out of it when they used this color tone, not in one direction, but in various directions. So let's talk about case number 1. Now, in this case, the client lived in an apartment like this, such that if, let's say, this is my north, south, west, east, they had purple color tones towards the northeast and northeast. Now let's first understand what is northeast and northeast linked with. See, northeast is linked with your health and northeast is linked with your mental clarity. So I'm sure you must have seen a lot of videos saying अगर northeast में toilet है तो पक्का cancer होगा. Now, no comments around that, but basically what happens is northeast is linked with your mental clarity. And Most of the times what happens is a health situation becomes worse if it is not detected at the right stage or if proper diagnosis is not done, right? आपने health problem हुई, आपने डॉक्टर ए को दिखाया, इन्होंने कोई मेडिसिन दिया, वो आपके लिए वर्क नहीं किया, देन यू ट्राई डॉक्टर नंबर बी. नाउ इन्होंने कोई मेडिसिन दिया, दिस मे बी वर्क फॉर यू और डिडंट वर्क फॉर यू, देन आपने सी दिखाया. तो बाय द टाइम you went to the correct doctor, the case has already worsened, right? Because it has elongated so much. So northeast direction is hence responsible for mental clarity कि if कोई health problem है तो you're able to get the right direction, right solution faster. Now what happened in this case was, in their house there was no toilet, no kitchen in the northeast and northeast, proper living room था यहाँ पे. So civil wise there was no issue over here at all. कोई गड़बड़ उन्हें सिविल केस में नहीं की थी. However what they did was, यहाँ पे उन्होंने पूरा कलर टोन पर्पल लिया हुआ था, because of which both their parents suffered from cancer. Now again I was shocked when I first saw this case, because I said, okay, you know, there's a commonality here. We can't say maybe it's just because of this. Whatever has happened. But, you know, this was one case that I first purple case that I saw. Moving to my next case that I saw around purple color. Now, in this case, what had happened was, if this is how your directions are, again, towards the northeast side, they had a room. Okay, it was a builder floor layout in Noida, and they had one floor, one apartment per floor. Towards the northeast side, the entire room, all the walls were painted in purple. Now in this case what happened was, that's what they weren't facing health issue, but in this case what happened was, so it was a husband and wife who were living in this house with a son. Okay, the husband must be in his 60s. Okay, now at that age something got on to him or something happened within the family wherein the wife and the son, they left the house and they went to some other city, to the mother's place basically. Now because of the decision making that the husband was doing, and now the husband wasn't even calling them back, so it was a very weird situation that they were in. Again, all of this just shows because he was not able to make the right decision. उनको समझ ही नहीं आ रहा था कि हो क्या रहा है. All because northeast में no other problem, just the color was purple in this case. Case number 3 that I saw, I was actually talking to a client about and just sharing this example of, you know, having purple in a particular direction and how it led to cancer. Now, this client of mine, when I told him this story, at that point, he had a full-time help for his mother, but the help would stay at her house. She wouldn't stay in this house. Now, as soon as I told him that, he said that the room that her maid, the help, stays in, all the walls were purple in color, and she was recently detected with cancer. Okay, now we're not saying that purple is linked with just cancer. Like I said, it depends on the direction in which you are using it. For example, let me tell you another case. So case number 4. Now over here, in this case, this was a apartment in Singapore that I saw. Towards the east side, they had this room, they had this TV room sort of a thing, and this wall, they had cupboards and they were completely in purple laminate. So your east direction is actually linked with your social life. Okay, so for them, it was their social life that was getting impacted because the color used, the purple color used was in the east direction. So it's not always linked with cancer, it's linked with where you use it. Now similarly, in case number 5, in this case, this was an apartment in Hyderabad. The entire house, like you color white, right? So this is like an off-white tone that you can see. What they had done was their entire house was like a very light purple in color, like very light, like how you do your off-white. So imagine like a light white, off-white tone, but with a purple undertone. So what happened was when they were living here, everything, you know, started falling down in place. Like the father, he was about to lose his job. The daughter, she was looking for an appraisal or, something to help her with her finances to be able to support the family, because the son was younger. Uh, the mother and the son, they had their own issues. However, as soon as I suggested them that, you need to repaint the house, just paint it white, don't do anything else, just repaint the house in white or an off white. As soon as they did that, within 4 to 6 weeks, the father's job was restored. The daughter got a good promotion. The daughter even got engaged. So a lot of things, automatically, this life started falling back in place. The reason why I'm sharing these different case studies to you is because the idea is not to create a fear कि इस कलर से यही प्रॉब्लम हो सकता है, ऐसा नहीं है. But all I'm trying to explain to you here is, whenever I've seen this color being used anywhere, the result was not good, be it from a health perspective, from a career perspective, or whatever. So the bottom line honestly here is that please, purple color mat karo yaar. If you're watching this and you've had a earlier house or your current house where you've seen some issues and then you changed it and something happened, please, I would request, put your story down in the comments below. So if you got some information out of this video, please do share it. If you want to get in touch with us for a consultation, I'm dropping the details for that in the description below. So check it out. You can book a discovery call with my team from the link given in the description. And purple mat karna. If you like it, please wear it. You can wear it, but don't use it in your house. Thank you so much for watching this video.